If you're thinking about upgrading your garage lighting, then this video is for you. So in this video, we're gonna be putting up the Hexagon lighting. A very popular choice. You can see it all over YouTube. A lot of garage channels have this type of lighting. This is the Gen 2 version. So this features 2835 SMD LED chips, which makes them brighter and pulls a lot less power. So I ordered a 2.9 by 410 meters. So it's not gonna fill the whole roof. This isn't a very big garage. It's about 27 square meters, but I think this will be just fine. I mean, I already have 59,000 something lumens from my old lights here, and this is just gonna be a little bit of a compliment. You do get these kind of blind spots over here. So if I put a big bright light in the middle, it'll all kind of even out. And it's the same color temperature as well at 6,500 kelvins. So it should blend in really nice. All right, so let's do a little quick unboxing here first and see what's in the box. So we got a little power cable. We have Y connectors because they look like a Y. And then we got V connectors, another set of Y connectors. This right here is kind of the end piece. It's stuck to a X connector. So that's the connectors anyway. And then we have all of these strips. This is the light itself. 9 watts on it, color temperature, 6,500 kelvins. This is 565 millimeters long by 20, I guess it's 20 wide then. 110 volts to 240 volts, so this will work all over the world. Bottom of the box here is just a bunch of these. All right, so I thought we would take a closer look at each individual thing, just to kind of talk a little bit about it, show it up close, so you guys can kind of see what we're dealing with here. All right, so this is the Y connector, made in some kind of acrylic plastic. The walls here are about 2.5 to 3 millimeters thick. So it's quite sturdy material. As you can see, you have 3 connectors in there, which is phase, neutral, and ground. And they are actually all connected. It looks like in here that the ground actually, no, it doesn't go anywhere. There you go. Which is, I mean, what are you gonna, it's all plastic. They're pretty tall. So these are gonna sit a lot further down than Generation 1, I think. Although I have no experience of the Generation 1, it's only what I've heard that these are a little bit taller. Now these LED tubes or whatever, it's gonna sit about 35 millimeters tall. These are about 40, and they click together pretty easily. Start at the top, go to the bottom, click them in like that. This cable right here connects into this little thing right here, which is kind of a little bit of an adapter that'll make it fit into a Y connector or a V connector or any type of connector. You just pop it in like this, and then you connect your cable right in there, and then you send this off to the mains. All right, so I would really like to show you guys the inside of this light here, but there's no real good way of getting in here because it's all kind of sealed up. So I would like to have a look at the LED lights themselves. Maybe we can get in here. Oh, look at that. That pops off. Yeah, these are kind of pressed or soldered in place here. Cut these off. There we go. Now we can get the whole thing out. All right, so this is just an empty shell, just to kind of even out the light. But this is the business area right here. We have a little board here for each individual light. Don't ask me what that does, because I have no idea. But there is some electronics in here to kind of regulate the lights and probably some safety features as well. And here we have the LED strip itself. So these are 2835 SMD LEDs, which is really nice. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 47, 48 LEDs over the span of about 55. So that is not a bad LED count at all. That was very good. And this is bonded to an aluminum back piece here for heat dissipation, which is also a very nice thing. Soldering looks okay. Definitely not gonna break on you. It's made by a company in China called Dark Energy. Maybe this is one of those Chinese spy units which listen to everything you say. Probably not though. All right, so that's a little look inside. Now you know. All right, so you might be thinking, how am I gonna get this whole Hexagon light up on the ceiling with only myself? Because I don't have any help around here. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna assemble the whole thing on the floor, get it all measured out, centered, and then I'll just copy it using a, I don't know what it's called. at lod. We call it a lod in Sweden. And I'll trace it to the ceiling. And I'm gonna put it up on the ceiling. I'm gonna use just, you know, your standard drywall plugs and screws. We'll see kind of how we do this as we go along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 22, 43, 44. We got 46 light tubes. Not really sure how many connectors these are. So I bought the version that is 290 centimeters by 405 centimeters. I think I said wrong earlier, but it looks like this. I think we'll start in the middle here. Do these 3 and then just kind of keep on connecting until we get it to that side. And it's important that we do this upside down. Otherwise the holes aren't going to be where they're supposed to. So in each individual hexagon we'll have a sound deadening panel. All right, so I'm gonna measure this thing out in the center of the room. And the way I'm gonna approach that is thinking about this like a rectangle and just do the measurements after that. So exactly how wide is this thing? Let's make a little mark there. Let's make a little mark here. So it's 299, 415. 299, 415. So it's actually quite a lot bigger than what it says. But let's think of this as a square and a square. So we've got the room size, 484 and 589. Let's draw out the room here. It's gonna be something like that. And we have the hexagon. So we have 480, memory's good, but short, 84. And then we have the length, 589. And then we have the hexagon at 299 and 415. And then, you know, I'm a modern guy, so I'll just use ChatGPT for this. I want to center a light fixture that is 2.99 meters wide and 4.15 meters long inside of a space that is 4.84 meters wide and 5.89. To center the light fixture, position it so that there is a gap of 0.925 meters on each side, left and right, and 0.87 meters on each side, top and bottom of the fixture, relative to the walls of the space. 92.5 centimeters. Let's just make a little mark on the floor here. 92.5. And we should have 92.5 here. And we do. 92.5. Lengthwise, and we had 0.87. 0.87. All right, so that's kind of how I would center it quickly with AI. So now we got it centered-ish. You know, there's a little bit of play and everything, but it doesn't really matter. If we get this exactly like this up on the roof, it's gonna be okay. So obviously I did not find a Plum Bob, but I found a screwdriver that I have centered as good as I can on this string. And then I have a nail on the other side of the string. Oh yeah, that's looking good. But let's see how this works out. This is a theory of mine. I've never seen anyone do this, but it feels like it should work pretty good. What I'm gonna do now is split this section out here in the middle. We're gonna get that off of the other stuff. Hopefully that'll be pretty easy, I'm not sure. But there's a little lock here. So we'll just pull that tab up and it should snap out of there without any major issues. So it turns out I can't hold this myself, so I'm gonna have to split it here as well. This one should be pretty dead on. And I gotta say, that is pretty dead on right there. I mean, that is maybe 1 millimeter off. So I'm just gonna continue with this and keep on going. All right guys, so I did a little bit of a control measurement here and I am off in some cases. So basically what the problem is, this house or this garage is very, very old. So the walls are not straight. So basically the walls are doing this. And that's creating some problems when you're plumb bobbing. You know, I'm not gonna get that straight no matter how I turn it, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's not too bad at all. The only issue that I see right now is that door to the attic. Not really sure how I'm supposed to do that. All right, so after some thinking, I decided to get rid of that. I'm gonna see if I can find some kind of other end piece here, like a plug or something. This is actually day 2. I don't wanna cover wiring too much. An electrician is always supposed to do the wiring, guys. So everything is ready to go. I have not turned the light on yet. That's why I turned the camera on now, because I'm gonna do it right now. And I want you guys to follow along. Before we do that though, I just wanna thank today's sponsor, AutoDude, for providing me with these lights. They have also provided you with a little bit of a discount, so go down and check the link below. Now back to the video. I think it's gonna be too bright. I think it's gonna be crazy bright, but let's see what happens. All right, let's go. It's freaking perfect. It's not too bright. I thought they were gonna be a lot more shouty than that, but they're definitely not. They're kind of toned down. Yeah, this was definitely the missing piece in here. Just imagine getting the sound deadening plates in here so we kind of get the glare out of here. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really nice. And it doesn't matter if you remove these sticks, you can remove them as much as you'd like. You just can't add as many as you'd like because there's a limit per plug. So you need to add more plugs the more you add on. Look at that lighting. That is good. I've got a hat on. It's still looking pretty good. See you guys in the next video when we're gonna be doing something different because I'm so done with the garages and light right now. Something car related or something with something moving, mechanical. But this is definitely Beckman's Garage 2.0. See you guys in the next video. Ha det gött, hej!